There's a game my older brother used to play, a game whispered about in sleepovers and scribbled on crumpled notebook pages passed around school. They called it mirror tag. The rules were simple, but chilling. You stand alone in a completely dark room. No lights, no distractions. Just a single candle burning low, its flame barely holding back the shadows. Then you stare into the mirror. Not glance, not peek. Stare. And you whisper your own name backward 3 times. He used to play it alone, late at night, when our parents were asleep. I thought it was just one of his weird phases. He was always chasing the strange, the forbidden, but then he disappeared. Vanished. No struggle, no evidence, no trace. Just gone. I was 12 years old. Last week, I was going through some of his old boxes in the attic. Dusty keepsakes no one had touched in years. That's when I found it. A small, leather-bound journal, brittle with age and heavy with secrets. The final entry, scribbled in jagged handwriting, read, "She's in the mirror, don't play." I should have listened. But curiosity? It's louder than fear. So 3 nights ago I did it. It was exactly 3 a.m. The so-called witching hour. I locked myself in the upstairs bathroom, the one with no windows. The air inside felt stale, untouched. I lit a single candle and placed it on the sink. Its flame danced nervously, casting long, flickering shadows across the white tiles. The mirror stared back at me, cold, silent, waiting. I whispered my name, backward, once. Nothing happened. The room was still. The silence pressed in around me like padded walls. Twice. The air began to thicken, slow and syrupy, like I was breathing through fog. The flame flickered harder, as if straining against something unseen. 3rd time. The surface of the mirror rippled, like water disturbed by a drop. And that's when I saw her, my reflection. But it wasn't me. She had my face, my clothes, my posture, but everything was wrong. Deeply wrong. She smiled, a wide, crooked grin that never touched my lips. Her eyes were wide, unblinking, all pupil like bottomless wells. She didn't mimic me. She watched me. Then, slowly, she raised her hand and pressed it against the inside of the mirror. I gasped. Because I didn't just see her hand. I felt it. Cold, damp, like it had come from underwater. Her fingers brushed my cheek with a clammy tenderness that made my skin crawl. I stumbled backward, heart hammering in my chest, and she stepped forward, not a reflection, a separate being, standing just behind the glass, and still grinning. Then she spoke. Her voice didn't echo. It didn't come from the mirror. It came from inside my head, like a thought I didn't think. "Tag, you're it." The candle blew out. I stood frozen in the pitch black, my breath shallow, my limbs heavy. When I finally mustered the courage to flip on the light, she was gone. But something's changed. Now, every mirror shows her first. Not me. Her. Even if I blink, she lingers. A flicker at the edge, a movement behind the glass. She's always watching, and she's getting bolder. Last night I saw her in my phone screen just for a second, but her eyes, those endless black voids, locked onto mine. And she smiled again, wider this time. She's getting closer. I can feel her like she's just waiting for me to sleep. So I have to ask, have you ever looked into a reflection and seen something that didn't belong? Have you ever been visited? Please, tell me I'm not alone. Share your story in the comments. Maybe there's still time. Maybe we can figure out how to stop her. And whatever you do, don't ever say your name backward. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and follow us for more bone-chilling chronicles. Join us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and Blue Sky for more, if you dare.